Hey everybody, and welcome to our new segment on Bad Enough TV. This is SC2sday, where we're going to be showing you some replays from StarCraft 2, one of my favorite games and one of the most popular games in esports. Today we're going to be seeing a match between ROOTKiWiKaKi and tkSirius. ROOTKiWiKaKi is the Protoss player here in the north, and the blue Zerg in the south is tkSirius. Now, for those of you that aren't quite familiar with StarCraft 2, it was a game that was released last year, the sequel to one of the most popular, biggest selling games of all time, the, of course, original StarCraft that came out in the late 90s. Now, Blizzard has updated the game, of course. You still have this main three races, Protoss, Zerg, and Terran, and it is basically one of the biggest games in the esports scene. Hundreds of thousands of players, millions of dollars in prize money, and of course it's, the de facto national sport of South Korea, as most players know. In fact, any StarCraft 2 player who is not Korean is referred to as a foreigner. They really have embraced the game. Although it is becoming quite popular worldwide, there are big tournaments in Europe now, and of course North America is catching on to the esports craze as well. Now we see here, this is ROOTKiWiKaKi scouting in the absolutely wrongest direction possible, but hey, even Master League players make a mistake. To make a quick comment about Master League, StarCraft 2 has introduced a new system of matching up players via ladder and league division. So there's a separate group of divisions based on how roughly good a player you are. For example, down at the bottom is Bronze League, then Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, and Master League, which is the top 2% of players. And just recently, the Grand Master League was introduced, which includes only the top 200 players in each region, a region being Asia, North America, or Europe. So that is an incredibly exclusive club, but really that's more of a badge of honor than anything else, because Grandmaster League players will still frequently play Master League players. Both of these players, ROOTKiWiKaKi and tkSirius, are Master League players themselves. Root and TK are both clans, of which groups of players get together, practice, hone their game, work out build orders, and come up with new strategies to smash their opponents' faces in. As we see now, tkSirius is getting up to scout KiWiKaKi at the same time that KiWiKaKi is scouting him. They will both see some basic standard stuff. Zerg taking an early expansion is pretty common. That spawning pool is just finished, so he knows he doesn't have to worry about an immediate attack. And we can see here he's just scouting a couple of gas. Everything looks more or less normal. This is a little unusual for a player to have two gases quite that early. But it's not, well, I take that back. That's not quite unheard of. Depends on the kind of build, but 2 gas is obviously a signal that there may be some higher tech stuff. We're not going to be seeing a 4-gate rush or anything like that. Although at this level of play, that kind of build order is not terribly common. Now this probe has got to beat it out fast, because those Zerglings are fast on his heels. Let's see if he can get away. He's going to juke to the left, but it looks like the Zerglings are going to get a little bit closer. And ever so closer. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? Oh no, what did he turn around for? What are you doing that for? Run, you probe. Run like your life depends on it, because it does. Well, looks like he's going to break away from now, as this drone is also fighting for his life, but he's up against a Sentry and a Zealot. I don't think his chances are very good, but that's just me. Here we go. Is he going to make it? Is he going to be able to get out in time? Oh no! Died under the trees. And this probe does survive. Zerglings know they're no match for a Zealot in a close corridor, so they book it out and decide to lick their wounds and wait for some more juicy morsels to pop out. Now, taking a look at the production tab here, we see a Stargate is almost finished for KiWiKaKi. 1-gate Stargate play is not terribly common. And a Fleet Beacon. Wow, okay. So he's doing a bit of a rush to either carriers or mothership. Carriers are the high-tech unit of the game that can launch fighters. They are very expensive and rather fragile, so it's not common to see them as the main bulk of your army in ladder play, although some people do love them. That's just a pylon going down there. We see that we have a Baneling nest coming from Sirius, which is a little uncommon against Protoss. Usually you see that used against Terran, who have much more fragile units. Protoss heavily favor armored and, of course, shielded units. 3 more gateways going enough for KiWiKaKi, so he's Probably not going for carriers. Most likely it means we're going to be seeing a mothership coming out of the Nexus, which will cloak all of his ground units and allow him to walk up to Sirius's base completely unopposed and invisible. Yep, there it is. That mothership is on its way in. Mothership is one of my favorite units in the game. Now, this is an important moment right here. We don't know if Sirius has seen... Yeah, he has not seen the Stargate. He has not seen the Nexus, and does not see the Nexus producing, and he does not now, so he does not know that this rush is coming. If he did, he would be throwing down 50 million spore crawlers. In fact, he does have one. He must be sniffing it out. Some spider sense is tingling for him because he thinks that we're about to see some bad juju. And here he comes with the attack. Ooh, nice force fields there. And that zealot is going to have to sacrifice himself. Oh, yeah, I'm a zealot. I'm not afraid of no banelings. Oh, and down he goes. But he sacrificed himself to save his allies. And now with this defensive wall, it doesn't look like Sirius is going to be able to bust in just yet. He's not going to be able to stop that mothership from coming, which it is so very, very close from being there. And boy, is it going to be fun. You're going to see my computer just chug and churn because everybody's computer lags when the mothership comes in. Yes, the mothership is strong versus weak computers. And here we go. It's about to pop. There we go. Check that out. That is a bad mothership. Now all of Xenos below are cloaked, and he will be safe to move out whenever he feels. But there is a big Zergling force here waiting and hoping to nom on the juicy morsels of the Protoss army. Now we see the move out. Now KiWiKaKi is actually producing nothing while we have layer tech coming up from Sirius. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, now this is the effectiveness of the mothership. The Zerglings cannot target any of these cloaked units, so they've just got to beat it back home and hope they can get some detecting units, some more spore crawlers up that can reveal these cloaked units. But you do notice that there is a pretty short range to that cloak. If you let your armies wander a little too far forward, then they're not going to be able to survive for long. Moving down here, we see him setting up a long-distance pylon to warp in units right to the front lines. As he tries to scoot this guy. Well, not going to happen. Sorry, buddy. No sneaky probe for you. Yeah, now going after those all-important spore crawlers, which can reveal them, but they're getting transfused by the queens to heal them up. Now, big battle here going on in the corner. Those force fields are helping, but every unrevealed unit is dying miserably, horrible deaths. But it is still pretty even from both of these fellas. Spore crawlers are doing their damage. The queens are throwing their little needles, doing some damage to the mothership. The mothership is hurt. Its shields are down. Its life is in danger. Is it going to survive? He's got to back it up, otherwise he's going to lose it, and then he's going to have no chance of survival. Just doing a fantastic job here by Sirius, defending with just a couple spore crawlers and some Zerglings and one or two queens. I think KiWiKaKi did not expect this much resistance. And here we go. Here's another attack. Zerglings surrounding, doing their best to attack. They're seeing, thanks to the spore crawlers, they can see them. Oh, they're just getting torn apart. But food count is still pretty darn close, so it's still anybody's game. Oh, banelings ripping through those poor zealots. Run, little zealots. Run. Amazingly, KiWiKaKi and Sirius are still neck and neck with food count. Oh, now we see Sirius popping into a bit of a lead. This is where the tide may turn. Zerglings are capable of rebuilding much quicker than Protoss units, especially when you put the second hatchery in your main base. Their larva is going to be popping out Zerglings at mad rates of fire. And here comes another push from Sirius trying to fend off this attack. The queens are going after the mothership. Can they take it down? It looks like they will. 19 health. Oh, so close. That vortex spared him a few seconds because that sucked in all of his Zerglings and forced the queens to back off. Oh! And down goes the mothership. We loved her so much. Now all those Zerglings are back and those zealots are toast. Things are not looking good for ROOTKiWiKaKi here. If he doesn't have a follow-up coming soon, then this game is going to be over. He's got 4 zealots here. Nothing. Yep. Yeah, there's nothing they can do. Good game from KiWiKaKi. and I would say that was indeed a good game. Mothership Rush, not exactly the most common tactic, but a heck of a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Please subscribe to Bad Enough TV, and make sure to tune in every Tuesday for SC Tuesday, where I'll bring you some more games. My name is Shane. Thanks for listening.